I know I'll be in the kitchen because they need the kitchen. They need always some. I wasn't afraid that I went away. They put me right away in the kitchen. We arrived to Russia. There is no bunkers. There is nowhere to put the guys. Those poor guys had to dig. It was winter. In winter in Russia, you have no idea what's happening. One night, 12 boys frozen to death. That's how terrible the weather is there. The wind, snow, it kills you right there if you don't move around. So for me, they gave a little room for the kitchen. I had where to sleep and everything. The 4 guys, they were tailors. They put them in a room to work for the officers and for the. I was happy. They have a place and I have a place. I had their other 6 friends who they went and they put them to put mines.
Yeah.
You know, they worked for the soldiers. They had to put mines. Oh my! It got so bad. If you got sick, you couldn't go to work. They put up the lines to stay in line, everybody, and they put you to a tree and they shot you like a dog. Just killed you.
And this is still the Hungarian officers, right?
Yeah,
But inside
the
of Russia.
Hungarians, well,
Okay.
we worked for the Hungarians there.
What happened to the camp that you left? Didn't something happen to the camp?
And where I was in the camp, they closed it up. Nothing happened.
Oh, okay.
They took away the soldiers. That was it. So anyway, I saw there won't be anybody left over. I was the smart one between those guys. I was thinking, my God, if we stay here, they'll kill us. They're going to see to it they should kill us out and they should go home. Now, where we were in Russia, there was the Don. I don't know if you know what the Don, that's a river, a Russian river, it's called Don. And in one side is the Hungarians and Germans, and the other side the Russians on the Don. Winter is frozen, you could shoot it and then go through the water. It was so hard. I say to my guys, a friend of mine, listen, I have an idea. I had to bring out the food every night to the first line and to give them the dinner. I'll come out here one night, and when the weather is so bad that the Hungarians will hide in the bunkers, we are gone. We go to the Don and we go to the Don and right into the Russians. Whatever I want, whatever you can do, we'll do it. I come out one night and it's blowing, it's terrible. All the soldiers in the bunkers. I say, now is the time, we leave everything, the food and everything, we go to the river. The river was down and we had to let ourselves down and we run. We a little bit more than half of it out, and we start to hear shootings. They couldn't reach us, and we were too far away already. We go through the Don and right in a Russian bunker. We go in a Russian bunker and there are 6 Russian soldiers. Stay, radio! In Russia they together say, stay, where is it? I was the only one who spoke a little Russian. Why? The town where I was born, there was Ukrainians, and they talked Russian. We learned a little Russian from them. So I go over and I say, we're Евреи, and we are from Robochi Battalion. We are Jews, and we ran away from the Hungarians because they're killing us, and we thought we come over here to Russia and we will be free and we live here. The Russians don't believe we're free. They don't. But to make the story short, a month they were taking us around from one Russian office to another. And why did we run? We do anything they want. Just what happens one night after a month going around like that. They took us to a town, I still remember the name, Tambov. Tambovsky Oblast. All right, we belonged to Tambov, they took us there. There was a prison camp, a prison of war camp with 35,000 prisoners. Wow. We arrived at night, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hi, Henry in Phoenix. How are you? Well, I'm trying to get better a little bit because they took off from my food, the geese and the gas. And now I cannot stand on it because I'm not supposed to put any weight on it, so I have to wait for a while what will happen. Otherwise, what can I tell you? Thanks God it doesn't hurt. But I cannot step on it and I cannot do too much. So I'm still in bed, you know. So that's how I am doing. Yeah, so anyway, what can I tell you? It's not present. I'm so disgusted, I cry more than I have all my family, you know, they're so good, so everything is good. I am a really lucky man, I have a family like this. But it's still not good enough, Henry, it's still not good enough. No, marble remodeling here, so they're still working here. When it'll be remodeled, they're going to move in here and he'll try to sell his home. And that's what it is. Henry, I'm so sorry you're calling now. I have here the nurse and taking care of me, so. Give me a call in a couple of days or something. I would like to see you. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for calling. Okay, bye. I made it fast.
That's okay.
So, right.
So, where are we?
Where was I? Yeah, we were there at night. We came into Tambov at night. They put us in there and there was no book or anything. They put in some straw on the floor. Lay down there. We were, I think 6 or 7 or 6, I think. 7. We lay down there and in the morning we get up. There was not one Russian soldier in that camp. Yeah, one was the captain. Will you take care of that? The captain from the camp was a Russian soldier. The rest of them, nurses, doctors, in the kitchen, the workers, all women. No men. So in the morning, a lot of Russian soldiers come in. They count how much soup and how much bread they give up. They gave a piece of bread and a soup for a day for the prisoners, and then they put them to work. So a whole bunch of Russian soldiers came in, 35,000. They had groups, and they were counting how much they need to make food. I see a little Russian soldier comes to us and takes a group and starts to count. And he comes over, he says, I see you new guys. Who are you? He talks to Russian. I go right in and tell him we're from working camp, we're Jewish, and that's why we're here. We ran away from the Hungarians. And he looks to us and he smiles. He says, you're Jewish, Hebrew? He says, yeah. I'm a Hebrew too. I was so goddamn lucky there, it's unbelievable. He is a Jew too. He says, okay, I want you to stay here and wait after I get rid of all those guys. I'll go away for a little while, I'll come back and then I'll see what I can do with you guys. We stayed there for a half an hour. And he comes back with 2 sacks, and 1 bread and 1 dry fish. He gives everybody to eat. And he says, you're 7 guys, I'm not going to let you go to work. I'm going to put you to work right in here. Terrific. He went and he put us in to work right in the camp. I was the luckiest guy, I'm telling you, in the world. Where the new prisoners came, there was a house, 3 rooms. 1 room on one side, 1 room on the other side, and a little room on the side. And in the middle, in those 2, in the middle was an oven going on all day and night, an oven. With, not inside the fire, outside. It's built around where the fire was around, but that room was heated. What happens when a new prisoner came, they took him in that room, they took their clothes, they bundled it up and tied it up and threw it in there, in their louse or something to kill the... Then a nurse came, they cut their hair and they took some powder, throw it in, and we used to give them a barrel of water and they used to wash up and then go in the other room where they used to take out their clothes, and there was another women in Russian uniforms, and when they got their clothes, they got dressed, they took them and put themselves out. We didn't know where, but they put them in barracks.
What did these uniforms look like? What did the uniform, what did it look like?
We bought ourselves very good warm clothes. And that's what we had. We wore our clothes.
So was it all the same color, everybody?
No. Everybody had their own.
Okay. You guys, but not the prisoners. The prisoners was all uniform?
No uniform.
Just clothes?
Clothes.
Okay.
Regular clothes. Anyway, so he put in that room, that little Russian soldier. I say, oh, thank you, God, it's so nice of you. It couldn't be any better. Anyway.
So they made you bundle up the clothes and throw them in the fire?
In the fire, and then on the other side they took it out. And I used to give them a barrel of water and wash up and get the hell out of here.
Good.
So anyway, it didn't take a month. I took over that place. It was 6 people there. I took in 4 more people. 2 Jewish guys and 2 Arabians. Chupchik, the little Jewish guy, Chupchik, and then the Arabian. I had to look at them like this, boys. All right, and they were helping me, and I was in charge already of the stuff in there. And the Russian, the guy who put me in there, he was very happy with me. I liked to work, I knew how to work, and I knew what to do. So anyway, we were there for a while, and daily, people died there. 200-300 people died from no food and bad sicknesses. The most of them, we had Italians. We had French, we had Germans, we had Hungarians, we had all kinds, all kinds of prisoners in there. For the most, those poor Italians, they had their coats, and the coats they had lining, some animal lining. They used to tear out pieces and bake it and chew on it, hunger and sickness. And they didn't have a concentration camp. It was worse than a concentration. They were dying terrible. So anyway.
Were these all soldiers from the, Italian army? Or?
So soldiers, all soldiers. Okay. The prisoners of war, they were all soldiers.
Okay.
And they kept us in there with the same thing. We were prisoners of war too. Mm-hmm. So where was I? Okay, so...
You were running the place with the big fire.
Yeah, so everything. Anyway, after maybe I was there 4 months, and slowly we took over the whole camp. We, all of a sudden, where that other little room was, there was a bed in it, and shelves, where when some prisoners died and they had some good shoes or good stuff, they cleaned it up and they put it in the shelf there, and some soap and stuff. I took over that little room. I didn't go in the barracks to sleep. I had my room. I had the best food in the whole camp. And the woman from the kitchen was my best friend. And he had fun. Anyway, the nurses used to bring vitamins boxes like that. There was no man. They needed men. So anyway, we had a life of, I let my hair grow. I find some boots, beautiful boots. I was dressed to kill. No prisoner who ever came prisoner never know that I am a prisoner. I had a white khalat, they called it, like the doctors. And I took the new prisoners, and I was a big shot there. The captain became my friend. He didn't have nobody talk Russian, but with me, he used to bring me cigarettes. And my name in Russia was Nikolai. He used to call me Kolka. And there was like a place where for the Russians to bathe, right after the house. They used to come to bathe there, and he used to come there, and he was that captain, and all those nurses and everybody knows the captain is my best friend. They were a group of prisoners they bring in, and who was there? A Jewish boy from my town. And he saw me there, he said, oh my God. He came and he says, please, Mike, don't let them cut my hair. What the hell is wrong with you? I shouldn't let you cut your hair. But it's such a big thing. They have to cut your hair. Please, please, you'll do me such a favor if you, I say you can do what you want there. I said, okay, I'll try. I go to the nurse and I tell her, I don't want you to cut the hair for this guy. She said, what's the matter with you? I have to cut everybody. I don't want you to cut the hair for him. Please, listen to me. Or do you want me to go to the captain? Okay, I'm not going to cut this. This guy never forget it. I didn't let the cut his hair. A big thing. I didn't think much of it. All right, that was nothing. There were so many sick people all the time, One of my friends got sick. And I went every day to the hospital to check on him, took him whatever I could. And I saw he's starting to get a little better. One day I come in the hospital, his bed is empty. I go to and his name was Mike too, Nikolai. So what happened to Nikolai? Says, he's in the death camera, he's dying. Are you crazy, God damn it? I talked to him. I was a bishop. I could talk to them the way I felt like it. I was not afraid of them. I said, I talked to the guy yesterday here. He's not dying. I want to see him. I go to the doctor. I want to see Nikolai right this minute. I don't want to wait a minute. Right now. She says, it's okay. You better go show her. She takes me down to the death camera. The poor guy there in the corners cries like a baby. He says, look what they did to me. He threw me in here. I should die. And if you don't come, I'm dying here. They killed me. Listen, I am a very good guy. I do a lot of good. Don't make me mad. If you make me mad, it's the worst thing in the world. I got up to the doctor and said, God damn it, is that how you kill us? You throw us in the death camera to die? I said, what happened? You throw in my friend to die there. He is not dying, he is alive, and you throw him in to die. See, I'm going right to the captain to talk. You're killing us. You cannot do this. That's against the law. You cannot do this. I cannot. I see my friend there crying. I said, Koika, please don't go to the captain. He says, go bring him up right now. Please let me have, I'll take care of him. Don't do nothing, I'll take care of him. I say, you better take care of him. If he dies, you all will die. I'm telling you, don't make me mad. This is the worst thing you can do for me, to make me mad. That doctor got a hold of him, and they took care of him, and he became a mensch again. It didn't take a month, a chair general comes. He comes that all the chairs they have to let go to an army. They have to let them out of the prison. They are making an army of chair soldiers. And the captain comes to me and says, Koika, I'm not going to let you go. We need you here. I'm going to hold on as much as I can. I'm not going to let you go. After the war, you get married here, make a nice barishnya for you, barishnya woman, and you'll stay here with us. I said, okay with me. Whatever you can do is yours. I'm yours. It didn't take 2 weeks. It came. You have to let all the Czechs out. You cannot keep not one Czech in prison. They all go in the army. He comes, he says, oh, Koika, I'm so sorry. I have to let you go. I cannot hold you. I said, it's all right, it's all right. I was lucky they still sent me to the same group where I was together. I was very happy. And I am there in the army. So all the Czechs are out from that camp. And you know how many left in life in that camp? 5,000.
Out of 35,000?
35,000. They were dying out of. So anyway, I was happy. I was in the army there. For a month they were teaching us with
how to fight hand to hand.
Fighting, what to do, what we have to do, whatever. And they put us in the middle of the Russians on one side, and the other side, and we are in the middle with the Russians, and we're fighting together. Now, when we went out to fight, they put us in the first line. They used to bring out 2